I said Figma file. Is this Figma file? You have
No.
You have not opened the file. Open it now.
No, I want to open it when they come, but I want them to see me opening it. Open it.
There's no need. Just open it. Open it and paste the same. That's not what you are showing them now. They already know how to do this. Or don't you think so?
We're live.
What?
They've cut us so when we are talking. Oh.
They cut us when we were talking. What?
Let's start.
There was a cut.
Add me from there.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you have to move to add.
I've added you. Should I give you a data set? Let me think about it.
Please, you have to move it.
I have to move. What should I move it to?
Aisha, I will not create this thing.
Create a file.
You've won, Abby.
I told you I was going to win this argument. Create a file and share your screen.
You've won. I have to do some cleanups.
Create a file and share your screen, big man. Are we live actually? Are we live?
Yes, we are. Greet people of YouTube, please. Greet Zuri people.
Ndi Zuri. Ndi Wonu.
My good people of Zuri, we are here to offer kola nuts.
We are here to talk to the ghosts and tell them that we've brought them a sacrifice one knee.
Let me see.
Dude, we're actually live. Wow.
Yeah, we are live.
Can you imagine? This record is.
So you know your issue. You'll see share. I'll just create it.
I'll see share what?
Yeah.
No, you're sharing now.
Your issue is that you're using a fake Figma.
Yeah. Okay. Got that.
So my
this is what we're talking about. Okay.
So I've added you to the file. You've seen it, right?
Chill. Did you send me an invite? Can you just drop the link for me here on the chat?
See you here. Well, let me give you the link.
Give me the link. No, okay. Give me this link. Give me.
Okay.
I just checked YouTube. Somebody said that every time when I did get light, so I did Nigeria so. It's a long story. It is a long story. People of God, it is a long story. I'm just going to come back to this guy here. I'm going to. Yeah, can you give me a data set? I know you're bigger than that, but
you have a data set now.
Okay, I'm just seeing myself. I'm doubled on the page. Like that's what stars do. You understand?
You're still using the fake Figma, right?
No.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is you are the one leading this stuff. So should I spotlight you or should you just share? At least for now.
No, you share. Keep sharing. I mean, you're the boss. Wow.
Let me just follow you. Oh yeah, start.
Okay, the first thing I want to do. So yeah, let's start officially now. But let's serious face.
Serious.
Yeah. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Zuri Training. This is your boys live here and direct, Chris and Kingsley. We're here to give it to you back to back. You can call us the Buck Boys. And today we're going to be rapping. Oh shit, we're designing. First things first, when you come on Figma, please, I want to first thing first, go to the color of your art of your workspace and change it to E5. Please. That is the first thing to do. This is a standard practice. This is a standard.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to give.
Don't even start dark thing.
No. Dark mode.
Okay.
Leave dark mode first.
Okay.
I'm tempted to give those on YouTube to give them link to this Figma.
Okay, let's do that.
But via access.
Yeah, via access. Let's do that.
Let them enjoy the fruit of Figma today.
And God, well, so let them enjoy the fruit of. Yeah, they want to share the fruits. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
For those that will see it, I've shared it. So let's continue.
All right, let's continue. So just a quick recap here. Today we want to be discussing about your style guide and how to translate this your style guide into actual, how to translate this your style guide into the product you're building. So for today we're going to be focusing on a few things. I don't know, Chris, are you feeling my accent? Does it feel professional? It feels professional, thank you. So we're going to be creating style guide, and then we're going to use that style guide and translate it into an actual design that we'll be working on. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Merci vous. Amen. It's not, they will be speaking French. So what should we name this file? Should we call it Zuri Kinikan?
Yeah, just name.
Zuri Kinikan. Zuri something. So just for me, just to make myself feel good, I'm going to have a page called Style Guide. Style Guide. Kingsley, let's give this thing. Should we give it a palette?
So I think it's time for you to share so that they will be seeing what you are doing. Because as I'm sharing, they are not seeing what you are doing.
Oh shoot, really? You shall want me to share?
No, it's the truth.
Or I'm going to see what I can do. Let me see what I can do.
Let me stop sharing. So you do us the honors.
All right. People should be praising me, be healing me, let me feel good, be healing me, let me feel good.
Those people that didn't see the link, is not our fault.
Those that did not see the link is not our fault.
We've shared the link and it's there. If you have the inner eyes, you see it.
Word. All right, guys. I don't like where this thing came to hand. Can I shift this thing? Can I shift these panels that are on top of my screen like this?
Just continue.
All right. So welcome to this. So the first thing we want to do is we want to name this file. So we're naming this file Zuri Kinikan, just Zuri anything. You get the gist. And just to make myself feel good, I'm going to be creating 2 pages. One, the style guide page, and then the next one is going to be. Should we have a component and variants page? Kingsley, what do you think?
No, let's work everything here. So it will be easier for people to track.
I want to create audio pages, Joe. Let me feel good. So style guide and design. Just to make myself happy again, I'm just going to give it in an icon, any icon, star boy. Did not stay, did not work. Yeah. I'm going to just give this guy a palette icon. Just make myself feel good again. Boom. Let's go. This is looking professional already. So the first thing we want to do is, what should we start? Should we start with so what are we going to be building? What should we build? Okay, so what are we building?
Just share that screenshot that you showed me there.
Okay, so I'm just going to build this guy.
Just pieces it, build it style by style. But let's start
this
with
guy. This guy, yeah. This guy. So we're working with this guy. But what we want to do is so we're going to be working with just monochrome color, yeah. So this guy is going to be, I'm going to lock him I should not lock him actually. So I can be able to move him. So the first thing we want to do is we said we should work on colors, yeah. So for colors, we're going to be making use of a monochrome color style, which is we'll be using one color, but we're going to have different, hues of that particular color, different, variations like of that same color. Yeah. So what color should we go with? What color should we go with? Let's going to create a box. What color should we go with? What color should we use?
Let's use let's use
this guy.
should we use red?
No, let's just
blue?
use this guy.
Your favorite
one. I've picked this
Okay.
one. Too late already. So what we want to do is the first thing we want to do is we want to pick this color. And then when we pick this color, we want to name it. In case if you want to pick out the name, so I'll just follow it. Just tell us how to name it, and then I'll just follow your lead. Yeah. So I'll go to the. Can you help me?
Okay. So let's use let's use the naming system Zuri / primary.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Zuri /
Zuri / primary.
Let's just make it simple. Zuri / primary.
Zuri / primary. Why do I have it full stop here? Boom. And dear friends, this is how you create the color style. So when I click outside it, I can see the color style to the right here, and I can see Zuri. So we've created one color style. Do you want to create different variations of this color? Should we create it now? Should we show them the HSB system?
Show us how.
HSB system. Okay. So to create different variations of this color, we want to add we want to come here. So I've set this to HSB, as opposed to having hex codes, or hex code does not give me the ability to manipulate the colors. So I don't want to use RGB, I don't want to use CSS, I don't want to use HSL, I want to use HSB. Hue, saturation, and brightness. So I'm just going to come here, and this is set at 71. What I want to do is I want to try and take this. Let's increase the value a bit. Let's go 80. Does it work? Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
Should we go up a bit more? Should we go 85?
Yeah, we can.
I think this is fair. So 85, let's come here. So 85, let's take this guy into 90. I'm just going to do 95, so I'll be happy. 95. This is making sense, isn't it? Then we'll go again. This is just, we're just trying to create different, we said we're going to be using monochrome colors, which is like one color with different hue, across board, but still one primary color. So what I sometimes want to take this, I just want to take this to 100, and then I want to take this to 75. Let's try 75, yeah? That's too far.
Please, I think I prefer using HSL.
You do?
This.
Yes,
let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, sure.
Makes it faster.
Okay, so just take the value down. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Up or down? Anyone.
No, just take the value down. All right, sure. Let's just go.
No, down is darker. Down is dark. Is darker. Up is.
Let's try.
Right.
It's lighter. 70 is lighter.
Yeah.
So it has to just go up. 70 is lighter. I don't think I feel the. We're going to have to start this guy fresh. So I'm going to drag this guy down. We're going to come back here. We're going to do this again using HSO. Yeah. So detach this, then come here, and this is 70, and this is 72. So Kingsley, what should we do?
So leave the saturation at 70. So what HSL means is hue, saturation, and lightness. So the hue, so the hue is this H is the first box, X is the S, which is saturation, is the second box, L, which is the lighting, is the third box. Then the 100% is the opacity. what we are going to be touching is only the lightness. So we want to make it lighter or darker. So we're going to be either increasing. If we're increasing it, that means we're making it lighter. If we're raising it, we're making it darker. So it's just like removing light from a color or adding light to a color. So the last one, if it's 100, that means it's white. If it's 0, that means it's black. So every other thing in between can work. So what you're going to do is you're going to create create 4 colors. And 4 colors will be in between 0 and 100. So we're going to use the lightest as a background and other ones as text. We'll have one text and one other color. So let's do it.
Do you think we should do something real quick? So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to take this guy into 40. I'm going to take this guy to 40. So it's balances out.
But we spent a lot of time in this color.
Yeah, sorry. Bad things happen to good people. So should we go 5 or should we go 10?
Let's go. What are we looking for?
Let's go 5.
5 is too small, but let's leave it at that. We can use it as
like how many do you want to get depends. So 5 want to go 50.
So to mention something, they were taught to use plugin. So
no,
can use
please.
plugin. They can use plugin for
they can,
if they want. But this is like the surest way to control your colors.
No one out here is giving you plugin, brother.
Bump it up to 5 is too small, please. You have a lot of colors. We need only few colors, except maybe after we delete the ones that we don't need.
We delete the ones we don't need. Let's just crystals for this. And should we stop here? Let's go one more, and then we just go to like the background, and then let's go to the background.
Okay. 98.
Yeah.
98. Yeah. Let's have text from the other end. Text color from the other end.
I'm going to pick this guy down, and I'm going to add.
From that end.
I'm going to add shit to it. I'm going to come here. I'm going to make this guy. Should we take this guy down? Should we take this guy down? Let's take this guy down. Let's go down a bit more. I think this works. Should we go down more? 5?
Yeah, that works. That works.
This works, yeah. So let's create. This is header text. Let's create the body text. What do I want to do here? I want to take this guy. So
take it to let's do 20.
20, sure.
Then take the other one up. Take the lights up.
No, coming.
No, not that up.
Had to be. What value should we give it?
So basically, let me explain what we are doing. So basically, if you see this small circle is moving around. So no, you can take it up more.
No, I'm saying that. Let's go 50. What do you think? I think this balances itself out.
Okay, so let's just go to application. Let's save them. Delete the ones we don't need. We need only practically 4 colors. So every other thing in the middle. Let's just remove them.
Let's take these guys out. And let's have this guy. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's too much. Delete 2. It's still too much. We won't choose any scores.
I just want something. So they are fine. Let me just be looking at them. Okay, I think we're good.
So let's
name them.
Let's name.
So this is normal Zuri. What do you want to name this guy? Is it falling down or is it coming up? Is it going down? Is it coming up?
Anyone will choose, will just stick to it.
Okay. This is just, this is just like naming.
So I think we need to show them. We may have to split this class into two because we have to show them how this works, why we are naming it with slash, and I know they may know it, but some people may not know it.
Okay. So do you want to quickly touch that? We've got 33 minutes. Do you want to quickly touch it? Should we quickly touch it for them?
Yeah. So let me just finish naming. Are you done naming?
Text primary. Boom. And texts our friend secondary.
Okay, so let me stop sharing. Let me talk about it.
Sure. Take it off, brother.
Okay. So this is where it gets interesting, right? I'm going to show us a trick. So we have Zuri and we have text. So now I want this text to be under Zuri because everything we are working on is under Zuri. And I want this primary. So I've created this and I want to change it and I want to rearrange it to make it easier for me to find. And those slash that we are adding, the first color that we created was Zuri. And we called it Zuri slash primary for the first one. The other one is Zuri slash pre slash 01 slash 02, the second color, 03. So this made it in a way that Zuri, primary is a child of Zuri, and pre is a child of primary, is a child of Zuri. These two are children of Zuri. So that's why they are different. And this text is on its own. He named it text pre and text sec. So but I want this text to be a child of Zuri. So everything will be under Zuri. So what I'll do is I will drag this up. I'll drag it up here. So it's now a child of Zuri. So we are having Zuri slash text slash pre. We're going to leave this primary here because this is the main primary color that we want to use for our buttons. So this is how you want it to be. If you want to change this, you can double click and you type change it. If you want to change this, you can change it. So whatever you want to do with the name of the color, you can do it here. If you want to change the color itself, you can click this, edit style, and the color comes up and you can change it here. And you see every style that you apply to it. We'll get to that as we are going. So let me go back on this. So comrade, you can continue.
Yeah, keep sharing your screen. So I'm just going to walk through them, like you give them the explanation so they understand. Just a quick recap. So you've stopped sharing your screen. Yeah, help us share your screen. So just a quick recap. The point of this conversation is to make it, less of an issue. We want to make this, this process fun for us. So it's pretty much we're trying to show you what my video is of, and I've been carrying my hand up and down since. And the reason why we are doing this is to ensure that, when we were going over some of the assignments that were submitted, we discovered that some people did not name their styles. We discovered that some people did not, do the proper process when it comes to creating, these styles, naming your colors or naming your buttons or naming whatever that you've created. So that's what we're trying to show you. So you understand how the naming works, why you should name, and how it's going to be easier for you going from there. Yeah, thank you. So the next thing we want to do is we want to create a spacing system. So for this design, for this session, we're going to be sticking with the 4-point grid system. Reason being that we want to have more options. So 4-point grid system just means that everything is a multiple of 4. You get the gist. Every of our elements, every of our components is going to be a multiple of 4. Multiple of 4 has to do with 4, any number that is divisible by 4 without any remainder. Any number that is divisible by 4 without any remainder is a multiple of 4. And this is going to be our spacing, our conventional spacing moving forward as we keep going. I don't know if that's clear. So it's going to be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, and just going like that.
And you can feel free to change to skip a multiple. So
I can feel free to skip a multiple, definitely. Okay, so this is our color. Now I want to create our spacing system. So it's just going to be I'm just going to create these boxes. I'm just going to create these boxes. They don't mean that much, but I just want to have the boxes. So I was going to create these boxes here. This is just me. This is going to be
so I think you should share now so that they can see exactly what you're
doing. Okay. Oh, so we're jumping to sharing left and right.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. All right.
Yes, boss.
Okay. So I'm supposed to share my screen. Yeah, stick with us. So can you see my screen, please, Kingsley?
Yes, I can.
All right. So I'm just going to have this guy here. So this guy is 4. Yeah. I'm just going to give this guy 4. So this guy is 4. It gets better, don't worry. This guy is 8. This guy is going to be, let's just go bigger, 16. One is going to be 32. One is going to be, what should we call this guy? Let's just put this guy 56. So this is just multiples of 8. I'm just going to drag this guy down here. So there's some sort of consistency, so we can see what we're doing properly. So this is like my spacing. I'm just going to. So this is our spacing system. So everything is going to be in multiples of 4, but we are just expanding this, how we want. I just want to make this. Boom. And then we have our spacing. So let's label it. I'm going to call this guy colors. I'm just going to give this guy any text size that I want to. This guy is going to be our spacing. This guy is going to be our spacing. And we're going now. Don't forget 2 things that we mentioned. We've shown you how to, create styles. We've shown you another way of creating colors without depending on plugins. So this is one sure way to have control over your colors 100% without creating plugins. We also mentioned to you that it is very, very critical that your spacing system is consistent. If you are going with multiples of 4, it has to be consistently multiples of 4 and nothing should break it. Yeah. Also, we've shown you how to create the styles, and now I've shown you how to create, we've shown you this, this spacing. So what are we showing them next, Kingsley? Typography, yeah? Are you with me? So are you with me? Hello, Kingsley.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, sure. So I'm saying that we want to go to typography. So somebody quickly help us suggest a typeface that you want us to use. Anybody, any typeface that is free on Figma.
We can't wait for them. Let's just speak.
We can't wait for them. I'm trying to wait for them now.
No, there's no time.
All right.
We have already
spent there's no time. Yeah, we spent a lot of time. Okay, so want to use let's just go with Inter. Yeah. So our text is going to be inter. So we're using inter. And what I want to do is we want to create hello world. This is typography. So let's start from the list we should be having should be 12, yeah. 12. And now look at something I'm going to try to do here. When I want to for my typography, to get the perfect line height, I want to multiply the length. I want to multiply the size of the font by 1.5. So I'm going to say 12 multiplied by 1.5. This is 1.8. Okay, but I don't want to work with 1.8. I'm working with multiples of 4. I want to go with 20 for my line height. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to go with 20. I want to go with 16. Still makes sense. Yeah.
16 is better.
16 is also a multiple of 8, and 16 still works for us. So don't forget that your line height also must be a multiple of 4. So we want to come here, then we want to take this to want to make this let's go 12. The next one I want to have 16. 16 150%, 24, and that is balanced. So don't forget you can multiply your size of the font by 1.5 or 1.2 and get a multiple of 4, or you can just go outrightly and add 120%, 150%, 140%, if that makes sense.
Can we stick to 1?
Let's stick to percentage then. But we just need to show them the different angles that they can take. Like it works for them. Any angle they want to go with works for them perfectly. So we want to go from, do we need 20? 20. What else do we need? But we actually can't create all the whole styles, can we?
No, I want us to just create the most important ones and show them how to apply it. I think that's the most important, because they have done these tasks submitted. I think it's being graded. Yeah. So let's just show them why we are doing all these things. So it will not be like we are repeating their class. This should be more fun and practical.
Yeah. Okay. So now we've created like our typography. Now we want to name them. Kingsley, do you want to walk us through name them? So you talk, I just show them.
Okay. How many have you created?
We just have 4 here.
Okay. So let me just quickly go through that.
Yeah, sure. You want to share a screen?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Okay. So I'll go fast. We have this, and this. So for us to name, this is the smallest that we have. So for you to name, you just go here. You should already know that. So let's say Zuri / using. So I think I will name from here. So let me use H1. So this is, I'm going to change this to semi-bold. I'm going to change this to medium. I'm going to leave this as regular. So I'm going to use this as H1, Zuri / H1. Let me make this capital letter. So I want this to be under Zuri. So it's just H1 under Zuri. So I'll create this style. I will name this Zuri /
Kingsley, Kingsley, hello, can you hear me, Kingsley?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Sorry. I'm checking the YouTube channel. Some people are saying, so I'm currently in the UK, yeah. this is like knockout, so it's not gunshot. No, you don't have to be bothered if it's gunshot. This is like knockout. We're having them Commonwealth games and the like said in the UK, so it's like it's knockout. It's not gunshot. Thank you.
Yeah, they're beating you. People like me that I'm still in Nigeria. Help me. Okay, so let's name this Zuri. So let me just do something interesting. So let me just name this H3 and name this H4. So let me show us something. H4. So I've named these guys. You see how it is? This Zuri and this guy. So but I want this to be under this Zuri. So I'll just click this and drag it under here. So I have H1, H2, and H3. Now, this is our colors. We have our colors, we have our text, we have our spacing. So what you want to do is this. I think we have enough for it. As we are going, we will create other elements. We can get our icons, we can get icon packs, or we use our regular icons. But once we get them, we make them into components and have build our components library, brick by brick. So with the amount of time spent, I think we should just rush into this. What do you think? Should I go ahead, Chris?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Take the lead. Let's work together.
So yeah, so let me create a frame, a desktop frame, as you would imagine.
Let's set our grid.
So let's set our grid. Our layout grid, you click here, you change this to columns, you change it to, let's use 12.
Yeah, let's do 12.
Yeah, so why we are using 12 is easier for developers that use 12. Is a multiple of 4. And also Bootstrap, Tailwind CSS, most of them use 12, and it's easier to break. So what are we using as a margin?
Let's use 80 and then use a gutter of 16. I think that's going to give us, and use a gutter of 16. I think that's going to give us the perfect column width. Let's test if it's going to give us the perfect column width. Just going to create a box to see.
I think we can use margin of 120.
80 still gives us the perfect column width if you see it. So we have a column width of 92. But we can go 80 if that's what you want. If we can go 120 if that's what you want.
No problem. This works too. So you can save this and say maybe
I've reduced this.
I'll save it as Zuri.
Okay, no,
that's
seriously.
So
sorry, quick one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
You can't see your screen if you are doing anything.
No, don't worry, it's fine. I've taken it back to 80. Due to the fact that, yeah, this is perfect. 4 points grid system. This works for us.
Okay, can I continue?
Yeah, just to clarify them. So someone was asking about how to apply spacing. So don't forget earlier we said that we're making use of 4 points grid system, which meant that all our spacing has to be a consistent multiple of 4. And now while creating the grid system, while creating this grid, we applied the spacing system because we wanted the column, we wanted the margin, we wanted the gutter to all be a consistent spacing of 4 points grid of the 4-point grid system, which meant that, because I don't know if you can just drag and show them the gutter and show them the padding.
Yeah, look at it here.
Yeah,
they can see it.
Yeah, just create box. Just show them the box. Just create the
box. They can see it. Don't worry, they can see it.
Okay. So this is the margin, and this is the padding, and that is the gutter. So they are all consistent spacing of 4 points of the 4-point grid system. So we have 80, we have 12, we have 16, and then the column width is 92, which is also very much divisible by 4. I don't know if that makes sense. So moving on, Kingsley.
Okay. So let's go ahead. When did I add it to that? Okay. So now let's start with the title. I'm going to be very fast with this. Most recent job. So I don't know how big our H1 is, but I want this to be H1. Yeah. So let's start applying. So you see, as I applied my color, my style, I can change the color to main text, primary, change the background by clicking here. Then I'll create a view all. I'll change it to not the color. Okay, I can change the color to this, and I'll change this to this is too small. Change it to this.
Yeah,
So you
Kingsley,
see how
can we do something? So I'm seeing comments here. So someone is saying I'm officially confused. So this is what we're trying to do. Yeah, let's explain this thing to you. Now, the reason why we created. So if you go to the can I just explain something quickly? Can I share my screen quickly and explain?
I
Just want to explain. It's going to take. Can you see my screen, please?
yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to take this again. I'm going to take this again. Now these are our colors. These are the colors that we selected. Yeah, these are the colors that we selected. One of the reasons why why we have styles. So if you these are the colors we selected, and to the right you will see text styles. So under text style we have the text, we have color styles. Under the color styles we have Zuri. Under Zuri we have the primary color, we have the text color, and we have the monochrome. I'm going to call this one monochrome. How is this? We have come on, Chris. So we have the under this color styles, we have our primary color, we have our text color, and we have our monochrome color. The reason why we created these styles is to achieve consistency in our design, and this is also going to help us to work faster, which means that we don't have to start cramming hex code. We don't have to start cramming, the code of the color. We just come to the styles, click on it, and apply it. Kingsley is going to show us how these colors have been applied, but I'm showing you the principle behind creating these styles. Number one, why you need to create your styles like this is to achieve consistency in your design. One. Two is to help you work faster. Three is to save you of the manual labor of trying to remember all your colors at once. Good. Now, when it comes to the spacing, now this is it. When it comes to spacing just means that your margin, your padding, everything has to be spaced by multiple of 4. Someone was asking me what multiple of 4 grid system is. Multiple of 4, don't bother yourself about the huge name. I'm trying to rush this. Don't bother yourself about the huge name. Yeah, just remember that what this spacing just means is that every time you want to space elements or you want to create elements in your design, you should always think that, is this number divisible by 4? So if I want to create a font now, I will think, okay, this font's height is 12 pixels. This font size is 12 pixels. Is this 12 pixels divisible by 4? If the answer is yes, then you can use it. If the answer is no, you cannot use that particular spacing or that particular font size. I don't know if that makes sense. Now, we created our styles, our text styles. You see, for this text style is the same thing as for creating color styles. This is going to help us be consistent in our designs. This is going to help us achieve consistent design. This is going to help us, work faster. This is going to save us the manual labor of trying to remember all the different color styles that we have. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Now, somebody is asking, how did we apply this spacing? Now, one way to apply spacing is that we applied spacing in our font. So if I go to this font, if I show you the details of this font, you see that the size of the font is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3, which is it's possible. Yeah. The line height of this particular font is 16. The next question is 16 divisible by 4? The answer is yes. That means that we are consistent in our spacing. Then the next one, the same thing, just like that, but we created 4 because we wanted to move fast. Yeah. What you should remember is that when it comes to spacing, it just has to be times 4 times 4 times 4. Now that's for spacing. Now moving on to grid system. Yeah, moving on to the grid system. Now, for us to achieve the 4 points, for us to make this what's it called, this grid system consistent with our 4-point grid, what we did was, if you come to this, you see our grid, which is so the count is 12 column. The reason for this 12 column is that it's easier to build this on on Flexbox for your engineers to literally take this your design and translate it to code. This is going to be easier for them. That's one. Second thing, this is where we applied spacing. 12 divided by 4 is 3, which means that this spacing is a multiple of 4. The next thing we have is the margin. The margin is 80 pixels. This means that 80 pixels divided by 4. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. 80 pixels is divisible by 4. And that means that we can use that particular number in our design. The next one is the gutter. The gutter is 16. Is 16 divided by 4? Yes, it is divisible by 4 without any remainder, which means that we can use 16 in any part of our design because it's going to be consistent. And now this is what happens. Now, to achieve this consistency, if I come here and I draw a box, this is what we call the gutter. Yeah. If you look at this box, the width of this box is, I can just change this to wherever I want, but the width of this box is 92. The question still pegs itself. Is 92 divisible by 4? The answer is yes. How many times? 23, I believe. Yeah, which means that we can use this figure. Now that is this guy, and now this is the gutter. Now that is the gutter. That is the column. Now this is the gutter. I'm just going to make us show. So look at the gutter. Is this divisible by 4? Yes, the value is 16. Is 16 divisible by 4? It is divisible by 4. Does it work well? Yes, it works well, and that is how you apply spacing in your design. Someone was asking what happens if we go outside our spacing. Once you go outside your spacing system, your design begins to get inconsistent. You begin to see lapses in your design, and it's not visually balanced. It's not visually balanced to you, number one. Number two is that it becomes difficult for developers to translate it, because now let's go back to this. Once I tell developer that, okay, this is what I use, and any spacing, just multiply the spacing by 4 and you are still good to go. Which means that the developer can, with their instinct, build out your design without needing your input. I'm not saying it's the best way, but I'm telling you that if with a consistent spacing, you don't need to monitor developers. They're not going to give you a goosey design again. They're not going to give you a goosey implementation, because they understand that it is a consistent 4-point grid system, spacing system, and they understand that whatever they want to do, they just need to multiply it by 4. If it is possible to be divisible by 4 and multiply by 4, it works for them. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, thank you, Kingsley.
Yeah, so hopefully that explanation makes sense. So I think the main thing is, once you start working, you know the difference between a design that has a consistent spacing and a design that don't. Our time is up. We're going to give like extra, because we lost some time trying to start, so we're going to pay that back. So let's say extra 20 minutes. And I think we've been on YouTube answering questions too. So I've taken the liberty to get some icons. I believe we know how to get these icons. I use this plugin, Iconify plugin, to get them. So I've gotten some of the icons here.
So if you're not showing your screen, you're not showing your screen yet.
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Is this what you want to be doing now? You want to be depriving us of your nice screen?
So I've gotten these icons and with Iconify. Let me show it again. I think I showed it in the last class. So we have this. You can use this to get any icon. You can get the plugin from Figma community. So let's get to working with it. So let's just create this view all. So you understood how I applied this here. So it was easy to apply it. And I will add this icon to it. So with this icon, these two icons, I'll just do an auto layout. I'll add an auto layout and make the distance between these two items to be consistent with our spacing. So for it to be consistent with our spacing, I'll be using 8. And I'll change the color to our color, Zuri primary color. Here. So we have a consistent 8, and I'll move this to this end. So once this red line shows here, that means I am in order. Same with this, so I'll move it here to this end. And the red line shows, I know that is on this line. So this is what you want to do to maintain a consistent design. Select both of them, make them auto layouts, and we've got this first one. So let's say we don't like how this, that is not as big as this. I want to change it. Instead of changing this particular one, we can increase this H1. How do we do that? We can just come here, click here, and increase this font size. So multiple, let's add 4, or let's add 8. We have 32. So you see that it's increased this font. So, and that will apply anywhere you use H1. So I just wanted to show us how this changes. You can also change the line height from there. So you can also do it like from here. You can change it here, you can change the line height 150 and work with it. So let's go to the card, sharp. So let me, okay, before I turn off this. So I think someone was asking how to share your grid if someone doesn't have a grid access. Now, if you notice, as I changed the size of this, it pushed this outside. So we don't want that happening. So, and it's happening because we are on an auto layout system, and this can be frustrating. So for you to solve this problem, you just need to drag this. You see that this is not moving with it because it's not obeying this fixed rule. So what you're going to do is to select this and change this from path to space between. So once you select it, it's going to make adjustments. So once you are arranging this, it's moving with it. So that's a solution to that problem. Hopefully that's clear. So we have to create some boxes. We need 3 boxes. That means we have 12 lines. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So each box will contain 4 columns. So we are on our keyboard. We get this box to 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a large box. So we have this. So the height, I say, will be 400, or let's say 320. Yeah. So we use one of our colors, or we use white, as in this design. And
yeah, something else just to point out to them is that, so I'm not sharing my screen. You noticed how immediately it created the box, it just gives you a consistent 416 widths, which means that is a multiple of 4, which shows that we're doing the right thing. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's more 416. So all the boxes will be 416. And we don't want to, I don't want to create all these boxes. I want to copy them and make changes. So I want to make this the main component. So let me just drag this out and create and put it side by side as I'm creating it so I can zoom in more. So I have this and I have this. So I have design. I have 2 minutes ago. So for this, I'll make it, I'll change the size to this. I'll make it auto layout. We did not create this color green. So if you do not create a color, you can also go ahead to create it and
I think we can just stick with a monochrome color.
Okay. So let's just select our color. So let me use this and use this on top and use this on top. So we have this, then we have this again. Let's use the smallest that we have and change it to our secondary. So you see that this is round. I think this is blocking it. So let me remove it so you can see it well. So we have this. I want to increase the padding on the left and right, which is this. So I can say this to be 24. But 24 is too much, 16. And I'll make it round. Let's use a big number, say 50 to make it round. So I have these two. I'll auto layout. I've made auto layouts, and I'll use 8 to bring them together. Or 8 is too close. Let's use 16. So we have something similar to what we have here. Then we have the text. Senior. With over 5 years of experience. So this is small. We don't want it to be small. We want it to be the title. So let's use this. And yeah, we change the color to what we have here. It's our title color. Then so this is auto layout. I've gotten an icon here that we can use. So I can pick these two icons, copy them, and paste them here. So somebody was asking the difference, how this clip content works. So so these things now, if you see, this is outside the frame. This is outside this. Okay, this is inside the frame. Let's see. Okay, so this is like this. So once it enters inside and you push this, it's going outside. So that means this is set to show content. If you click this clip content, you see it clips out this. So anything inside the frame, but it's not showing in this real estate will cut out. So if you want it to show, you have to click this clip content. So that's how it works. So we have this as location. I couldn't find this icon, so I just picked it, though I would have copied it from here. So we have New York. USA. We would like to work there. Let's see, let's use this guy. Let's use this color. And let's make this color too. So you see how it's easy for me to be working of looking for colors, changing colors. I'm just selecting it from here. So that's the application of that style guide that you are using. So it makes your work faster and easier. You don't have to think of colors to use. You have created them already. It's just application. So I'll use auto layout here. I'll make this 8. and I'll set this aside. And now I made a mistake. So before I added this, I could have done this. Let me just drag it out. I would have created it, made its components because we need them as components. So selected these two, make them components, name them properly. Sorry, multiple components if you want to make them different components. So I want to name this Zuri stroke icon stroke location. Let me copy it. Stroke relocation. So with this, we have this. I can just drag this in back, copy it, holding Alt or Option, and put it here. So these are not the layouts already. So I want to put it inside. So I'll just cut it, select the auto layout, do Control V. It just enters right in. So with this, I can copy this out. And because I've created this as relocation icon, so I can just go here. So because I've created it as a component, I will see it here. I can just switch it. So you switch, so I just change the color to this. I know this may be confusing what I just did now, but rewatch the video, you understand we're racing against time. But that's how easy it is to work with components, your style guide, and every other thing. So we want to add, so these two, make it auto layout. We want them to align to this. So always align everything. So this, and this should be aligned. So we use this to align it to the left. So everything is properly aligned on the left. And we can watch what I'm pressing to bring out this number is the Alt key or Option key. So use it to know, I'm going to use 24 on this side and use 24 on this side. So it will be aligned properly. Now we can bring this up a little, and we'll have this icon here. So let me get Slack. So let me delete this and this. So with this, let me make it a component and bring it here. So these are our components. I'll have a rectangle here. Let's say 32. I have this logo copied in. I'll make this logo a little bit smaller. So let me use 16. And I'll change the background so you can see all the colors. This is the color for this. So I can change it to this color. Select them, make them auto layouts, 888 around, that works. You see this has a border radius, so I can change the border radius to around 4. And I can use 8, anyone. So I have the text now, Slack, to add. I just type Slack. So it's picking the last guide that I added to it, which is H3. And I think I want it to be H3. So we have these two, you make auto layout, it centers it. You change this to 4 or 8, let's use 8. Then you have apply now that we have here. We just copy this and change the text. So if you notice, these are the back because this was created before this. So I'll just bring it to the front and change this to apply now. So because it's auto layout, it adjusts itself automatically. Now, here the work begins. Okay, we've not created this line. We're going to create a line here. And yeah, we've created everything. So we did not make something for our line. So probably since we're using our monochrome, let's just use this. So we have everything that we need. Now it's time to auto layout everything. So auto layout is practically building on top of the building, and finally use a frame to create them. So with these two, I want it to be auto layout, make it center, and I want it to not be packed, but space between. That's something we did for this one, so we can adjust them as we need. This is already auto layout. It's not as large as this. So we have this, and this. We want them to be to the end. So we want this to be 24, 24 on both sides. So we fix it from here. So we drag this, check again, 22. So we can zoom in and take this one box. This is 1, this is 2. So this should be 24 now. Now we have this, this should be to this point too. So if you see this red, you know it means that it's aligned with this one at the bottom. So now we make this 2 auto layout, 40, the distance between them 40. Make this 3 auto layout, make the distance between them 40, or let's say 30, 24. Let's use 32. And select this to make it auto layout and make the distance between them 24. Now you see everything is in this box. So the distance between this up and down 32, 24. So we leave it at that. We select everything, we make them frame. So you frame selection. So once you make it frame, you change the name to card. You see this has a name. So once you change it to card, you make it a component. And once you make it a component, what I would like you to do, always do, is to do Ctrl+C, V, and bring out your card. Don't add your card in your main components in your design. Just like these icons, I did not add them in this design. So what this means is this, is as simple as this. Let's turn on our lines again. I'll copy this out here. I'll copy this out here and I'll do Ctrl+D. So it's following the same line and everything. So I'll select these 3. I'll make them auto layout. And I'll copy them out here. So with these 2, I can select them, make them auto layout, and make this 40, the distance. So I can shut off this. And you see that we've created this within this short period of time. So let's say we want to change anything here. We don't like this, we want to make it H3 or H1. If we change it, it's going to affect all of them. If we change it back, it's going to come back to what it was. So because it's an auto layout, it adjusts itself to the design that we have. And we can edit each of them. Let's say California, and it works. So now we can go a little deeper to have nested components, where we have this as design. We have this as product manager. We can make them what we call interactive components, or what we call variants, and use them. I think we mentioned it on last 2 classes. So this is practically how you can work with your style guide to make your design faster and consistent. And you see that we forgot something. This has a corner radius, but ours doesn't. If I'm not mistaken, this has, yes. So because you made it a component, you can add a corner radius here and it affects all of them. So let's just add a corner radius of, now it's not going to apply. I think it happened last time. So let's add a corner radius of 8, and it's not applying. That's because this clip content is not selected. Once you click it, it's going to apply. You see that it's applied. So this is this is how you work with it with the clip content. And hopefully by our next class, we'll show us how to apply interactive what's it called, variants or to designs like this to make them work better, and also to take your work to the next level. Chris, do you have anything to add?
I don't have anything to add at this point. I think this is this is clear. They understand how to create styles, how to translate what they have in their style guide into the actual designs that they are doing. I think this was able to help to some certain degree. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to shoot. Otherwise, yeah, we're good. We're good on my end, big man.
Yeah, so
they want to quit that, I'm not free.
So I think we've overshoot our time. But anything for our people is really. So we'll do some things. I really want us to do design review for the tasks that they've done. Maybe select two people, yeah, or even one, to do a thorough critical analysis of their design. What do you think? Next week.
I think that works, but they've not really done any critical design.
I think they have. There's a mini project that they are doing. Okay, we can allow them to finish that. And
I think that's just user research. That's pretty much user. Mini project was what they did like last week. That's why that's our rep. That's how we're here. The style guide. But I think this week they're working on what's it called? They're working on user research, empathy map and the likes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did dashboard design and landing page design. I think they did something like that.
Yeah, I think that was last 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so we'll decide though. We'll decide, that's no problem. So thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah.
So
all right, thank you for having us. Coordinator, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Can we go on live now? Come on live.
Thank you